Okay. I am excited to be here today. I'm talking about one of my favorite topics because if you can make this shift in your mindset when it comes to inviting, it's going to make all the difference. So as I've talked to my coaches, new and old, one of the things that holds them back the most is that they feel salesy, right? They don't feel authentic and genuine when they're posting about their groups, their products, and inviting, whether they're on social, on their pages or stories, but especially when they're sending DMs or private messages, right? And that can be a huge hindrance because you can't build your business if you don't talk to people. Like you have to talk to people. But if you're talking to people with the mindset of like, oh my gosh, they don't really want to hear about this, they're just doing me a favor. This is all about me and my commission. They're going to think I just want something. Even if you are taking action, but you're taking action from that mindset, you're just not going to get very far because people can read your energy. Even if it's texting, they can read the energy. So there is one short answer to this. And that is if you feel salesy, you're thinking about the wrong person because you're not thinking about your prospect or how you could serve them. You're thinking about yourself. That's basically what it comes down to, but I'm going to flesh that out a little bit for you. Okay. So if you are in the right inviting mindset, ask yourself, first of all, why are you here? Like, why do you want to coach? Why is this the platform that you're using to help people? Is it because for most of us, it's because we got amazing results with the products and programs and we want people to feel that great too, right? Like Beachbody makes working out so dang convenient. Like anyone who thinks they don't have time to work out is just like, no, you got to try Beachbody on demand. You don't even know. Like it's so convenient. It's so easy. So if you are sold on the products that we have to offer, on the results that you've gotten, on the change that you've had in your life, and you can just like hone in on that before you start inviting, you'd be like, no, there are people out there who need this. Like, I love this. I needed it in my life. It helped me so much. It helped me change. I'm a healthier, better person because of it. Then you share from that point of view, your invites are going to go over so much more. So remember, it's not about you at all. It's not about what they think of you. It's not about what judgments they might pass upon you. If you're worried about any of that stuff, you're thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about what this person could gain from having what we have as well. So really, like when I first started coaching, I felt that. I felt like, oh, I don't want to talk about coaching because I was thinking about how I wanted to rank advance, right? And so when I would go out to invite to coaching, I feel like, oh, like this is too much for me. I didn't feel right about inviting to coaching specifically. But then as I've thought, like, no, like coaching is the thing that changed my life way more than our fitness and nutrition programs. And so when I'm in that frame of mind and then I go invite to coaching, it's all about them. It's not about me. And that makes all the difference. So when you're talking to people, remember to talk about the value of what they're getting and not just thinking about the cost or thinking about the commission that you're getting back. Because I promise you, if these people take the tools and they implement them into their lives, it is going to be worth so much more than the $30 to $50 commission that you're going to get. Like that is just nothing in comparison to what our programs and products can do for people if they actually like incorporate them into their lives, like life-changing stuff, way more important than your little kickback. So that's another thing you can think about when you're inviting. You should be so convicted and so in love with what you can offer as a coach, along with the programs and products and what it's done for you, that you want as many people to know about this as possible. I was recently talking to one of my coaches and she was like, she set a goal to send 5 invites a week. And I was like, why don't we make that 5 invites a day? And her answer was, I'll feel salesy if I'm sending that many invites. I was like, no, like if you are convicted on Beachbody, if you're sold on what this can do for other people, you want everyone to know. You want to talk to as many people as you have time or capacity and energy for each day, because that is the mentality of servitude. That is you wanting to go out and share and serve other people rather than just keeping yourself safe from judgment, from feeling salesy by minimizing your action. And I also told her that if she's only sending 5 invites a week, it's probably going to take her 3 months to find her next customer. And that sucks. It sucks to build this slow. It sucks to not at least get 3 people a month, which is Success Club. And that requires more than 5 invites a week. That requires at least 5 a day, but I'm going to say it probably requires 10 a day. 50 invites a week as a minimum. But you know what? When you sit down and you bust out 10, 20, 25 invites, you feel amazing. You have such good energy. You feel so proud of yourself. That's when the business is fun rather than like, oh, I didn't do Beachbody. I'll hurry and send one invite just so I can say I did something. Like the more action you take, the more you can be proud of what you are doing and you can let go of the results, the responses, the yeses, the nos. You can be proud of the work that you are putting out there. And I told her I wanted her to focus on her productivity rather than the results. Because she was concerned about getting ghosted and no one got back to her. And I'm like, so what? The awesome thing to celebrate here is that you worked and you sent 10 invites today instead of one. Like, that's amazing. Celebrate what you can control. And that's how much action you take rather than the response you get back, because that's completely out of your control. Okay, so that's another thing that will help you not feel salesy. Be so convicted in what we offer that you want to talk to as many people as you have capacity for, and then you stay detached from the outcome because that part is not in your control. Focus on the seeds you're planting, not the seeds that you're harvesting. Keep your invites and your offers casual. My invites are like 3 sentences. It's usually like, hey, somebody, how are you? It's been a long time. I don't know if you saw, I've got a new program coming out. I think it would be perfect for you. Do you want more details? It's so simple, so generic, so simple. That's something you can copy and paste. And I feel like a message like that tells the person on the other end that I'm just offering. I don't have any attachment issues with their response. I'm not trying to push something on them they wouldn't enjoy. Like, I'm just genuinely being like, hey, I have this thing. I think you'd like it. Do you want to hear more about it? And that helps me feel not salesy because I'm not sending too many details. I'm not pushing them into a decision. I'm just like, hey, I have this thing. It's cool. Do you want to look at it? So keep your offers casual. Keep your mind in abundance. This one is really, really big, especially when things might be a little bit slow, which around this time of year, people have more excuses than normal. Like, people always have plenty of excuses, but right now they have more than normal. I've already gotten several people saying, I can't spend money right now on myself because the holidays are coming up. People will say it's too busy. The holidays are coming up. I don't want to diet during the holidays. I don't have the money right now as Christmas is coming up. Very, very typical. I don't want you to worry about that, but I want you to view that person as a seed for January. Okay, so if you get lots of people telling you that, that's great. Those are all seeds that you can get back in touch with after Christmas. So put those people on a list and get back in touch with them. You're just doing work right now that's going to help you in the future. So take those no's as like, sweet. They're just follow-ups that I can do in the future. And those are people you don't have to go find brand new. You already have them in your network. You just need to touch base later. That's all. So I actually kind of like it when people, I know they're genuinely interested, but they say no, because then I'm like, oh, sweet. Then I've got a lead for next time. And I don't have to start from scratch on my leads. So I take those no's as good things. And I have gotten a lot of no's. I've gotten 4 or 5 just this week. So if you're getting no's, we all do. Like, it's normal, especially this time of year. But just keep in mind, you need to make a list of those people for next time. I was listening to a podcast by Jody Moore, and she talked specifically on this, and I can put that episode in the team page so you guys can listen as well. But she did Norwex for a while before she started her life coaching business, which is also network marketing. And she said at first she hated asking people to host parties for her because she felt like they were having to do her a favor. She said when she finally flipped that and she was like, no, like, you get hooked up if you host a party, you get all these points and benefits and these free products. I want you to host a party so that you get the benefits. That's an abundance mindset. Another thing that she said, she would go about it like this. When she was inviting people, she would be like, hey, I have this Norwex thing I'm doing. Would you be interested in hosting a party? If not, no worries. I know there are plenty of other people out there that would want it if you don't. Something like that. And I don't know if it sounded like she actually said that, but you don't actually have to say that. But if you just have that mentality of like, hey, I'm inviting this person, but if she's not interested, that's okay. There's plenty of other people out there that are. And I want you to look at coaches who get a lot of sales. Like, if you see Aaron's points, or if you're in some of the other team pages and you see people with like 20, 40, there's a coach in the network who hits Success Club 500 every single month. That is, or 1,000. So she signs up 500 people every single month. Take that as evidence that there are plenty of people out there who want what we offer. And all you have to do is ask the right person. So that will help you a lot if you just have that abundance mentality. Like there are plenty of people out here that I can help that want what I have, who can afford it. And I just have to go find them. I just have to talk to the right person. That will help you a lot too. Another thing I was kind of playing with is like, what if you switch the word invite to offer? Because I feel like offer leaves it more open-ended than an invite. So if I invite someone to my birthday party, I kind of do have expectation that they're going to come. They're my friend and I'm inviting them and it's my birthday. I kind of expect you to be there. But if I'm just offering something to someone, something that they can take or leave, I feel like that has just less. So if it helps you to think of it with that word rather than invite, like make an offer, like I have an offer for you to look at, maybe just changing the words will help you as well. I think words are super important. Words have their own energy to them. And just switching like one or two words can really be helpful. So if you need to play around with wording, feel free. So that's just an idea that I had. The more confident person in the conversation wins. So if you are beyond confident that Shakeology is worth every penny, that it can help almost everybody, you're confident that our programs can help people become super consistent with working out and developing healthy habits. If you're like me and you have the ultimate testimony that fitness is not just about a workout, but it's about building character, building discipline, building grit, then you want people to partake in fitness in some way in their life. And if you're like me, Beachbody is just the absolute best way I've ever done it. I've done random home videos, Jane Fonda, Jillian Michaels. I have done the gym. Like there is nothing that is as convenient as motivating to me as doing back-to-back Beachbody programs. So I am convicted on that. And when I'm in a conversation with someone, they're like, I don't know, I might go to the gym. I'm like, totally, the gym's great, but I just want to share my experience with you that this is way easier and way better. The most confident person in the conversation wins. So be confident in what you bring to the table because Beachbody's everywhere, right? There's tens of thousands of working coaches, but what do you bring to the table? What's your story? What have you been through? What kind of compassion and teachings can you offer to your clients that someone else can't? Maybe it's a common interest even, but there's something that you bring to the table. So don't discount your own value. In fact, my Beachbody corporate mentor, once you're a diamond, you get a corporate mentor. He was like, you need to sell what you bring and your groups as the main point of the package. Because then that's what's going to keep people engaged and that's what's going to keep people on retention and in your groups. Instead of selling what I think a lot of us do is we sell Beachbody on demand as the main point of the package. So that's something that I think we can all work on flipping. And the more confident you get in what you bring to the table, just because you are you, the more confident you can be in making sales and showing people the value that you can offer them along with the products and the programs. And if you can be really, really confident in our pricing, that's going to be so, so helpful. When I was a coach, I had confidence in the challenge pack pricing, but not so much our supplement pricing. So that's something I had to work on and build confidence in, go out there, do some research of what stuff costs. Like if you guys go to Costco a lot, like I do, go to the supplement section and I want you to just pick out a few of the things they sell separately that is in Shakeology, like ashwagandha, like a bag of chia seeds, like whatever, and just see how quickly that adds up to way more than what Shakeology costs. And all those amazing ingredients are already in it. And also, you need to be really convicted in the quality and the work that Beachbody puts into the ingredients of Shakeology. There is a video out there, I can put it in the team page too. It talks about how Carl and the company, they test every ingredient as it comes in from suppliers, and then they test the blends. They make sure there's no impurities, no heavy metals. They make sure that it's as potent as it's supposed to be and that none of the suppliers use any feelers. And he says, actually, when Carl was in Utah last time, he said they end up rejecting like a third of the product that comes in because it's not pure enough. I guarantee you there are 0 other companies out there doing that with their shakes, 0. So if you can be convicted in things like that, then you can help your clients see the value of what they're paying for. So be confident in you, what you offer, just because you're you, our pricing, our programs, and most of all, the result and the benefit that other people get from what we do. And if you keep your mindset in that when you're inviting, you'll be unstoppable. You won't worry about what people think of your posts, or if someone thinks you're just after the commission. They might still think that. I do have people that once are like, hey, like, I know you're trying to make sales, but please stop messaging me. I'm like, I don't care about the sale. Like, I thought I just genuinely thought you would enjoy this. But if that's not the case, I'm happy to stop messaging. Like, I'm not here to badger you for my commission. That's not my job. And that's not what I want to do. So people might still think that, but as long as you are firm and centered in your mission to help people through what we can offer via the Beachbody platform and the additional value of what you bring to the table with your story and your experience, then you are absolutely like you have so much to offer, and you should feel like that person who wants to stand on the top of the roof and just be like, hey, I want you to know about this amazing thing that has changed my life. If you don't want it, fine. Like, it's probably not going to be for 100% of you, but dang, I feel good and I want you to feel good too. So I hope you can see how that mindset is completely different from like, oh, what are they going to think of me? They're going to think I'm selling stuff, blah, blah, blah. You're just thinking about you in that case. But if you're on the other page, like all the stuff I've been talking about, you are just out here to help other people, and you know how life-changing this can be, and you just like want to talk to everybody. It's kind of like one time I heard a podcast too. It's like, if you had the cure to cancer, do you think you'd be like, oh, I'm only going to tell some people, just people who need it? No, like if you had the cure to cancer, you'd tell the whole flipping world. And that's kind of what this is. Like, we don't have a direct cure for cancer necessarily, but we have some dang awesome tools to prevent that, to help people live healthier lifestyles, to help prevent diabetes. Like, what we do really, really matters. And I just want you to know that your mindset and how you show up is the first thing you need to work on. And then all your action and your results are going to come from that. So that's what I had to share. Anyone have any questions or comments? Jenny says she likes the word offer. So yeah, use that word instead. Erin said, be confident in you, what you're offering, and the supplements and programs you're using. So all three of those wrapped up in this amazing package. That's only $160, you guys. That's insane. Just for example, in May, I was really struggling with depression, and I thought maybe I just need to get out, so I signed up to the gym. I spent probably $250, and I probably went 10 times before I finally was like, I'm never going to get to the gym. I'm going to cancel it. Way more money than one total solution pack that sets you up for a whole year with workouts. So, and if you want to do that, go out and price some stuff. You'll be blown away. Like Orange Theory, F45, those gyms are freaking expensive. They're like $200 a month if you want unlimited access. A month, you guys. Personal trainers, I think it's like at least $150 a month, maybe even session. I'm not sure. It's been a long, long time since I priced that out, but what we offer is
I'll tell you.
Go for it, Erin.
So I actually, once in a while, I will train over in Park City, and they charge $125 an hour for 1 hour, right? For a personal trainer to go to the gym at that hotel, use the hotel gym, which it's okay. It is decent for a hotel, but so I had a lady who referred me to a lady who lives in Park City right by that hotel, and she asked if I could come. And she's like, what's your going rate? And I told her $70 an hour for 1 hour. And she's like, okay, let's start in December. And okay, but $70 for 1 hour. And she wants me to come twice a week. It's 10 minutes from my house. So it's a little more inconvenient for me, right? But she has to go to the gym. Like, she's paying to meet me there. I'm not going to be following up on her nutrition every day of the week. I'm not going to be holding her accountable on the other days that I don't see her, right? So our groups offer so much more value for such a little cost, like $160 for a whole flipping year, and then meals on top of that. Like, it's like hands down, the price should not be, and now we're doing body, right? So the first package that I'm offering is the $219 package so that they're getting Shakeology bod and body for a year. And still hands down the best deal and the most value with all of the To Be Mindset, Portion Fix, all of those materials like right at their fingertips. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you can be just solid on the price, you'll find that you'll get way fewer price objections. Like if you're convicted in the price, because if here's another thing, I learned this from Bob Heilig. If you're worried about the price and the cost of what you offer, the people you're going to attract are going to be people who are also concerned with the price and cost of your offer. But if you are convicted that your offer is actually worth less than it costs less than it should for the value you're giving, then you're going to attract people who can see the value and have no problem paying the prices that you charge. So keep that in mind. Like if you need to do some internal work on selling yourself on what we offer, do that. If you need to do some research on the quality or what other people are charging and costing, whatever, do that, because that will also really help your mindset when it comes to offering. I used to, when I first started coaching, I'd get to that part in the conversation where they asked how much it costs and they were ready for the pricing, and I'd send it and I'd kind of like cringe, like just waiting for the sticker shock, right? But now I'm like, it's only $160. Can you believe it? And that totally changes the responses that I get as well. So another thing to consider for sure. It's a super great value. Okay, let's end this call then, unless anyone else has anything else to say. Okay, let's take a